All right, welcome back, everyone. We are back live at the 2020 WCVNEA 8-Ball Championships in Red Deer, Alberta. We're watching a little singles 8-ball in the advanced division here. Matthew Bremner at the table right now. Just having some camera problems with the other camera, so we'll just have to watch on here for now. I'll just add the other scoreboard. Get these comments loaded up, so just give me a minute here, guys. Okay, there's our scoreboard. So we're going to be live all day today. It's going to be a long one. We're probably going to go until at least, I would say, around midnight. And then we're going to be back for 8 a.m. matches again tomorrow. And this tournament will conclude on Monday, late afternoon, early evening, something like that. So make sure you guys are clicking that share button lots for us next 4 days here. Looks like we got another match going to start on our other table, so I'll see who's playing there. We'll get that one going as well. I'll see what I can do about that other camera. We got not wanting to cooperate right now. Well, that's okay. This is a pretty good angle here anyway. Gives you a pretty good idea what they're looking at. Looks like we got Corey Poynton setting up on the other table. So try to find out who he's playing. Sammy, I don't think anyone wants your WhatsApp phone number. But you never know. Maybe somebody wants to give you a call. But try not to spam that too much. Looks like we're jumping here. That's a really good shot. Matthew comes from a long line of pool players. Both his parents play. He's got lots of siblings that play. One notable one, Spencer, who I'm sure you guys will see in the future. He's only 9 years old, and he's really talented. I think Matthew won a tournament last weekend in Red Deer. I think it was like the JVL tournament with a couple of tough players in there, so he's playing good. This is Ben Kenneth. I should have included that. I know me and Grant have similar voices, so if you guys are wondering, Grant is playing. He has a 10 o'clock match. just getting underway. Unfortunately, he's on like table 30 something, which is not in this room. There's 2 separate rooms in this tournament. A little bit awkward on this 8, but the way he's been potting so far, I'd expect him to cut this in, put the first game on the board. Advanced division, so these guys can shoot. There's no doubt about that. We're going to see some real firepower today. We got lots of good matches, and I think 3 o'clock is the first match in the Masters. Some men's, some women's. Lots of good pool today. Make sure if you guys haven't already, get in on this Viewer Advantage shopping spree. Going to be drawn February 17th at the end of play. $20 per purchase on that. No limit on how many you can get, so make sure you get yourself at least a couple. And one of our great sponsors here at Q Sports Live, Nick's Q Innovation. You can check them out on Facebook, or you can give them a call there. Shoot them a text. Make sure you tell them Q Sports Live sent you. Breaking, leading 1-0 here. Race to 5, alternate break. Pretty short format. Race to 5 sounds long, but it goes pretty quick. WCVNEA rules here, so scratch on the break is ball in hand behind the line in the kitchen. And happy Valentine's Day to you too, Karen. And everyone else out there. Good morning, Rod. Just trying to keep an eye on, I have a couple of students playing, so I was kind of curious, you know, how they're doing. It looks like so far so good. Winning some matches. Still early days yet, and huge fields. Like, the fields in this tournament are massive. Oh, we actually have a pretty good one coming up here on table 1. One of the guys I play with a lot, Steve Kyriakakis, playing Corey Poynton. I know both those guys really well, so that should be fun to watch. So I'll try to make sure you guys get to watch a little bit of both. Just adjust the scoreboard over there because they're just getting their cues out, getting ready to play. Just bear with me for a second here, guys, while I set up that scoreboard over there. Okay, looks like I got that scoreboard all set up over there, so just Just wait for those guys to start. Rod, this is in the advanced division. Both these matches that we're going to be watching here, both advanced division. 4 divisions in this tournament for singles play. We have the open novice, or just the novice it's possibly called, but anyway, novice being the lowest, intermediate, advanced, and masters. And there's men's and women's division. We'll have team play starting tomorrow late afternoon, early evening. Thank you for watching, Terry. You're welcome. Look at this. Oh, he got a little unlucky there. I feel like he made a pretty good shot, and he had to go into that ball. A little unlucky to freeze up on it. He's going to try to kick it towards the side. This is tricky on a valley. Got to spin it. Well, the only positive there is that he's put the 8 in a pretty good spot, or at least he puts pressure on his opponent. Has to run out. Shooting the 5, that's correct. Needs to clear the pocket for the 1. Look out. That's going to find the bottom of the hole, and it's going to be 1-1. He gives him the 8. And that'll bring us over to our next sponsor here at Q Sports Live, the Mike Burton Home Team. Go check out their social media there, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Give them a like, a subscribe, and a follow there. Make sure you tell them you heard about them on Q Sports Live. Matthew didn't take long to get those balls racked. Just get up to crush them. It's a good break. Look at this spread. You gotta love it when that happens. He's probably gonna open with that ball over the side pocket, I would think. 14 ball. Stop for the 9 ball next. This is like shooting fish in a barrel here. He played the draw, so this can work too. Just gotta watch he doesn't flick the 9 here, coming across for the 15 ball next. It's a good shot. A little straight here, so he's gonna have to power draw this. Possibly he could just follow forward and play the 9 in the long pocket, or just take what he can get. Take a little cut on the 13. Probably draw this to play the 10 in the bottom right next. Watch the cue ball. You don't want it on the rail. This is not ideal. Tough to get on the 9 ball here now because the inside spin doesn't want to grab. I think he's gotten away with the perfect flick on the 5. One thing I really like about how Matthew plays, just nice and quick. He's got a good pace, and it makes it easier to watch. And a fantastic little out there from him to take a 2-1 lead. JB cases, guys, I just had someone inquire about getting their hands on one of these, so I told them to come check out mine if they want to see what the quality's like. If you guys are looking at getting one of those, you want to just have a feel of one, come find us at a tournament. I have one, Grant has one, Steph has one, Ryan has one. Lots of guys around with these JB cases. Definitely the best quality equipment out there. Cody wants to know where's the Westerns located next year. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. I'll have to find that out. Good morning, James, Chuck, East Coast Bruce, Dean. Welcome, everyone. Mark from Kansas. Skip Bay. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Make sure you guys are clicking that share button lots for me. 4 great days of pool to come here. Full days, mind you. They're doing 8 a.m. matches. Pretty rare for a pool tournament to start at 8 a.m., but they're doing it. That's a nice little touch there from Matthew. Has to watch what kind of contact he gets on this stripe. I don't know if he can avoid hitting it, so you have to just control the rub. Ooh, I'm pretty sure he didn't want to slip through there. Could have scratched fairly easily. I think he's right to play the combination here because I don't think it does you any good to shoot the 7. Cue ball goes the wrong way. You're not getting any better on this 3-5 than you are now. And he makes a great pot. Made that look a little bit easier than it was. This is still not easy if he's jacking up here. Draws back. Don't want to be shooting over balls, which he's not. Good shot there. The work's not done yet. Still needs to find a window to get on this 8 between the 14-10 or the 13-10. He's going between the 14-10. Did he get there? Even if he did, it's still not easy. A lot of distance and only like maybe 3/4 the pocket over there. Oh, he makes a really good pot. Just had to rip on Steve a little bit there. He's switched back to his wood shaft. He has like a rogue shaft. I keep telling him, get this Jacoby Black. He'll never play with anything else. I know I never will. If you want to get your hands on one of those, shoot us a message, guys, or send us an email. They'll ship it right to your door. It doesn't get better than that. Matthew to break up 3-1. Is he going to make a ball here? I don't think so. But really not worst case scenario to come up dry there with the way these balls lay. You might rather have your opponent shooting at this rack first. Good morning, Bill and Aurora. And Wade, good morning. This is Advanced Division, guys. Watching a little Advanced Division. So what's he got in mind here? Maybe a safe. I feel like he's opened the balls too much already with where that 6 ball is and with where the 2 is. If he lets Matthew to the table, Matthew can work this out. And he's opened another ball, and I think you almost don't have to move a ball to run out here. I think all the balls go without moving anything. Once you shoot the 2, the 7 will go in the top left as we're looking at it here. Oh, I bet you he couldn't find that window again. Between the 3-15 off 2 rails. That's pretty good. If he Goes into the 7 here. Yeah, he is. And that's not bad. He's nudged it right over the side pocket. Good shot there for Matthew. He's got the choice of the 7 or the 1, but I like the 7 here too. Probably shoot the 2, then the 5, 1, 3. I think I like the 5, 1, 3 because you just sort of play a little stop shot here, get the cue ball off the rail, leave straight in on the 1. And he says that's good again. He thought it was over. He shook his hand, but it's not over. It's only 4-1. You're still in it. Still alive. And breaking, too, so far from over. Especially if you got this thumper jump break cue, you can always get yourself back in the match. I know this thing has done wonders for my game. My break is much better. I jump way better than I did before, that's for sure. This thing jumps unreal. Full cue, getting over balls. Good break there. He's still alive. James wants to know, how does the T4 compare? It's amazing. It looks great. The design is great. New colors with the T4, some new color options. And believe it or not, it breaks and jumps a little bit better than the T3, which I didn't think was possible because that T3 just jumps so effortless. Is advanced division like B in the States? I'm not sure. There's so many different divisions all over the world. It's tough to put a label on one, but I guess if there's 4 divisions here, so the lowest being novice, then intermediate, then advanced, then masters. So these guys are just below masters. Kenneth, if your stream is choppy, sometimes it will help just to restart. It looks good on my end. I'm watching on a tablet on the side here. And you want to know how to get in on Viewer Advantage. If you're in Canada, you can email transfer to qsportslive@gmail.com. If you're outside Canada, just send us a message or shoot us an email, and we'll give you the info there on how you can send in payment. Here we go, wide open back door for Matthew to finish this one off. Pretty straightforward stuff here. 5-2 is maybe slightly awkward, but I like that he's shooting the 3 first. Shoot the 6, get on the 7, that leads you to the 5-2, nice and easy. Rolled it a touch far, but he can still negotiate his way back up there. Nice thing is he has really good control here with where his opponent left that last strike. Pretty tough to sell out. Yeah, there you go, Ken. Sometimes going to YouTube will help too. We do simulcast to Facebook and YouTube. Nice little draw shot there. One more draw shot here, I think. Play the 2 in the same pocket. He likes that too, and he's got a good little angle. Get a little closer to the 8 here. Off one rail, I think. 2 rails. Nice. And that's good, his opponent says. And it is good. Fantastic shooting from Matthew there. Really nice. And so I'll switch you guys over to this other table. Looks like they're still on the first game, I think. We've got Corey pointing at the table here. This should be a pretty good match as well. Both these guys play great. Matthew has been shooting very well last few years. He's only getting better too. They play a lot from a pool family. Get lots of good exposure, lots of big tournaments. If he keeps coming to these events, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with, that's for sure. Let's see how deep he can go in the advanced division here this week. Definitely one of the guys that can win it. Corey with pretty simple stuff here. Probably save the 7 to get on the 8, obviously. It would just be like a stop shot. Slide over, play the 5 in the same hole. Roll this in, get straight on the 7, stop shot. Put a game up. One thing I've always loved about Corey's game, just fast and furious. He does not play slow by any means. And you guys hear me talk about this a lot, but it is quite a bit easier to watch fast play than slow play. More entertaining. So here's that viewer advantage shopping spree Kenneth was inquiring about. Just going to do a score check here, make sure that was the first game, so I'm not misleading you guys on the score. Steve to break here, so just give me 1 sec, guys. I'll check the score. Indeed, that was the first game. So Corey with a chance here. First shot at this table, try to get a 2-0 lead, but he's not going to do it on the first visit. This is going to take some sort of safe, I'm sure, from here. I can't see a real makeable shot from where he is now. Sorry about that, John. Just had to mute the volume for a second there while I confirmed the score. Be on my own for a little bit here today. Grant's playing at 10. I'm not sure when his second match would be scheduled for, but we're expecting Ryan later this afternoon. I have a match at 4. So you guys will be stuck with me for a little bit. Well played, safe shot there from Corey. Looks like it's worked out pretty good. Stuck him right in the middle of those balls. I met Corey years ago, years and years ago. Actually, it would be somewhere in the range of 8 years ago, maybe 9 years ago. And we actually, we picked him up to play on our team for Vegas. And then I had my son. I couldn't go to Vegas. There were some complications. I had to stay home. Corey actually had a family emergency as well and couldn't go either. And our team was like left stranded with nobody. And Johnny Paypompey says to me, "Can you find me a guy?" I said, "Yeah, I found you a guy. Plays good." Turns out it was Grant Zemp. Q Sports Live's Grant Zemp years ago, years and years ago. So I've known Corey for quite a while. Super nice guy. And like I said, I've always loved his game because he just plays quick. So like nice guy if you like want to play some cheap sets. The sets just fly by. You get to play a lot. Calling a ref over. Take a look at this hit, which I don't blame him because it's not only could you like double hit this ball, but you could also make like a Q foul where maybe you like tap one of the balls shooting over it. There's a few ways this can be a foul. So ref's got to be on the ball here. Looked good from my eyes and a well-controlled save. Very nice shot. Another thing I've always liked about Corey's game, humble player, very respectful, like not afraid to tell you when you made a good shot. Ooh, he got the worst of that because he made a real good shot, but it was a bit of a hit and hope. He did have to guess a little there where the balls would end up. And not only did he push that 15 up there by the 4, but also the 7 is blocking his 10 ball here on this bottom side rail. Definitely got the worst of that. Spears that ball in effortlessly. One of the better potters of the ball. Corey's always been. Plays good on any table. Broke that out nicely, but I don't know if it got out enough for him. So he's gonna have to keep working at it. I don't know if he can make that ball in that corner. If he could sort of flick off the 4. He might be able to get a shape for a bank in the side. Well, he's not gonna have much from here. Maybe off the rail, off the 6 in pretty hard. 2 rails pretty impossible to not double kiss. I don't see much of a makeable shot here. He is looking at off the 6. But I think at the angle it's coming off the rail, you'd have to hit it like really hard to get it to work. Thanks for tuning in, Lee, and thanks for sharing, and good morning, Todd. Looks like we're still waiting for a match on the other table. Got one player there. So we'll stick on this one, watch this match. This should be a good one. I know Steve's been putting in a lot of time lately. We play quite often. And Steve's a dangerous player. He's kind of like almost a dark horse in this tournament, you could say. One of those guys that can definitely sneak up on you and win the tournament. The stream in Windsor. Do you know who's streaming that, Jamie? I'm not sure. I'm always curious. Usually I would like be watching it or something, but appreciate the compliment. I know not everyone is as adept at streaming and commentary and stuff like that. I'm far from a professional myself. Steve's giving this one the long look. He's just waiting for a player on the other table to clear the road so he can get over there and shoot the 6 ball. I think he's got to play the 6, then the 7 or the 4 next. Looks like the 2-3 is a wired combo, so he doesn't have to worry about getting short side on that. Thank you for tuning in, Mark. Oh, it's our good friend TV Mike doing the other stream. So it's the Ontario VNEA. Is that what's playing out there, Rob Boone? In Windsor? I think there was is there a Predator Tour stop, I believe, in Toronto at Corner Bank, is there not? That would be a fun one to watch. Steve's looking good here. He's just trying to decide if he wants to play the combination once he gets up there or if he wants angle on the 5 to swing around short side. Looks like he's going to play the combo because he's straight in on it right now. And this is when you want to shoot it while you still have the 5 over there, so you don't necessarily have to shape the 2. Well, good luck to anyone out there who's listening, playing the Ontario VNEA. I feel like they should just call it the Eastern VNEA Championship and include more people than just Ontario. Like, this is the Western Canadians, so you get players from multiple provinces. I feel like they should do that out there. Like, there's no Alberta VNEA Championship. This 8 ball to tie it at 1. It's got to bear down here, but pretty straight in. This is where you want to be on the 8. Especially on big pockets, but he puts it in the heart. Make sure you guys get in on this viewer advantage shopping spree. Going to be a good one. $700 Canadian, any way you want it. Corey to break, tied at 1, race 5, alternate break here. So he hit head ball from up there with spin. Interesting little break there. Todd, I play at 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Plays like a 6 ball combo there to open it up. I think it was only like a 3 ball combo, but opened them all up nicely. Let's see if you can draw on the 9 to the same hole here. Might have to shoot the 14 first so he's not jacked up over the 4. Trying to get shape on a ball next is tough. Probably just see him shoot the 14 here, draw back again. Mark wants to know what kind of tip comes on Jacoby Black. It's like a Kamui soft. Clear soft, I believe. Great tip. And I highly recommend a soft tip on those carbon fibers. I think they're definitely meant for softer tip. Good morning, Arnold. So Corey's thinking this 14 ball goes in the top right as we're looking at it here. It's got to be at least a little bit tight by the 4 ball, but these pockets can be a little deceiving. They play real big. Oh, there's no way you want to be this far away, though. Tough to go forward here and tough to jack up and stop this in on a tight pocket. But he is going to jack up. And he missed it, and he's not happy about that little tap on the table. Knows that's a missed opportunity. Let's see if Steve can punish him for that. Karen wants to know how to get in on the drawing. Karen, I'll flash that up quick because I think Steve's going to take a second to shoot here. If you're inside Canada, you can email transfer, qsportslive@gmail.com. If you're outside Canada, just shoot us a message or send us an email. We'll give you all the info you need on how to get in on that. Draw will be done February 17th at the end of play. So we got singles all day today, guys. Singles most of the day tomorrow, and then we have team play starting at 6 o'clock Mountain Time tomorrow. Let me tell you, I'm excited to play the singles. I'm super excited to play the teams. We're going to have a blast again. Team events are so much fun. Steve's got himself a little funny here. I don't think the 4 goes by the 7 in the bottom left corner, so he might have to try to roll this in the side. He could play a bit of a two-way cue ball depending how straight in this is, and maybe just leave Corey like a jump and tight to the 6, so maybe he can't even jump it, or you leave him a kick, but you hate to have to do that. Too close to the pocket, so if you can just roll this in, just make it. And he made it nicely. And he's on the 3, which I think leads him to the 6. So a great chance here developed to take a 2-1 lead. Terry, Gulliver, Stewie, and Tony, hello back. And good luck, boys. Heading out to Sydney for the Ryan Ongo Memorial. The Calcutta Cowboys. Get it done. Difference between the T3 and the T4. The color changed. So you got a few more options there. It's a red shaft now instead of a purple shaft. So it's made out of diamond wood instead of purple heart. And a bit different tip design. So it does hit a little bit better. I didn't believe him when he told me that shaft hit better, but it does indeed hit better. I just thought it was impossible for it to jump any better than it does now. But it turns out it does. If you guys want to get your hands on one of those T4s or T3s, we have one of each at the event here. One T3 and one T4, and I'm pretty sure they're going to sell today. I think there's one maybe already sold, but he hasn't come back to pay for it, so it's still up for grabs. Do I like the Jacoby Black significantly more than the Synergy? Hamza wants to know. I think they're very similar. I definitely prefer the Jacoby Black. I've played with like every carbon fiber. A lot of them make a weird noise. I feel like the Jacoby doesn't make the same noise. It's like tinny or tingy. Kind of makes a weird noise. What's up, Albert? Carol, welcome, Carol. Carol wants to know how many players in this tournament. Let me just ballpark some numbers here, guys, just to give you an idea of the size of this event. It's absolutely massive. There's 108 tables, I think. So let's see here. We got 140 players in the novice men's, 281 in the intermediate, 148 in the advanced, 87 in the masters. Then in the ladies intermediate, we got 93, ladies advanced 41, ladies masters 53. So let's see, 320. Something like 700, almost 800 players in the singles. Massive, massive, massive. There's like 104 teams in the Open Intermediate team event. That's absolutely crazy. It's over 500 players. This is definitely one of the better events on our pool calendar as far as field size. Nice little bank shot from Steve there, but got a little tight to this ball, and that's going to make shooting the 8 a bit tougher, but I don't see it being much of a problem. 8's pretty close to the hole. I expect him to make that, and he really needs to bear down here. Short race, race to 5. You got to take advantage of every opportunity. Oh, somebody's phone went off there, so that was pretty good focus from Steve. Make sure you guys turn your phone off when you come to these tournaments. And we got Jam Up Apparel, guys. Go check them out online. jamupapparel.com. All kinds of great stuff on there. Looks like Grant's back, so he must have won pretty quick there. 50-minute match. If you guys are curious how to advertise with Q Sports Live, just send us a message. Shoot us an email. We'll give you all the different packages you can get. Lots of options there. Get some recognition for your local company. Steve to break up 2-1 here, race to 5. This is where you need a good break and start applying some pressure. Todd wants to know who's in my bracket. Everybody. It's tough. I think every match is tough in that division. There's no soft players. Carlos says, not me. Carlos isn't in my bracket, and thank goodness. Carlos has my number. Last time me and Carlos played, it did not go well for me. I did not shoot until I was down 5-0. He played good. I broke dry. If you can't spot the sucker, then you are the sucker, James says. Well, I could spot a few suckers, but I don't name names. Paul wants to know what dates will we be in Vegas in May. I believe we're there from like the 8th or the 9th. Right up until the end of VNEA, which will be like the 1st or 2nd of June. Carlos brings up such a good point there, too. That's why I never take those kind of losses to heart, because, I mean, if you travel to these tournaments lots, you're playing these guys all the time. So definitely comes around. You're not going to win them all. You're not going to lose them all. So just wait for your chance and try not to miss. Sounded like a bit of a miscue there, but he still got the rail, and he still tied up another ball. This is definitely in Steve's favor here, this rack. Control of this table he has. Even if Corey plays a good shot and hooks him a little. Even from ball in hand here, Corey would struggle to get out. This is tough, so if you're Steve, you just got to leave the balls tied up till you get a good chance, but really just try to make him work. He's calling the 3, but he's not too worried about if he makes it. And that's good. That's absolutely perfect because Corey doesn't want to make that ball near the side. It doesn't do him any good. So if anything, you kind of want to push that ball into a more favorable spot and try to put your opponent somewhere funny here. Yeah, I'd expect him to look at this one for an extra second or two. Make a good decision here. I think he was trying to pot that. And then he was maybe playing the bank next with the breakout. Would have been nice to see how that would have turned out. I don't think he's playing the 2-ball in here. Yeah, he's just chipping safe. That's good. Gets the 2 in the open. If he gets a shot at it later on, he can maybe play the 2 off the 1 to open that up. Nice little return from Corey there. Kind of keep him contained, at least for now. Definitely would have preferred to push that 15 over the side pocket, but got the cue ball right here. So he's going to make Steve play another safe. Double kiss, leave it there. You got it, Jim. You nailed it. It's hard to get 109 foots in a room, but they can sure squeeze 107 foots in a lot of rooms. So not only is it room size, but also cost-wise, a lot cheaper to get these valleys in here than to get some 9-foot diamonds or something like that. So that's why they use the valleys. And this is what the league is played on. In all the bars and some pool halls. Erwin wants to know if we still have the SS360 shaft available. We do not, Carol. We sold them all. I have not played on that side of the world yet, Hamza. But I would love to. Got Mr. Zemp sitting in fresh off his win. He's got an hour to wait till his next match.
What's going on, everybody?
So I think it's a good time for me to run to the washroom.
Indeed it
I'll
is.
be right back.
I got you covered, buddy. And how is everybody this fine morning? We are Saturday morning, live for the Friday morning. Wow, I cost us a day there. Friday morning, sitting here in Red Deer, Alberta. You are watching the singles event, WCVNEA, live out of the Cambridge Hotel, Red Deer, Alberta. Corey Parrish and Steve Kyriakakis doing battle. Steve up 2-1. We appreciate you tuning in on a Friday morning. Realize, of course, most are still at work. Yes, stop drinking for sure. Maybe I need a drink, Carlos. Maybe that's the problem. And we'll see what Steve does here. I think I like going up to the 9-ball. He comes in behind. I might have played a little inside on that and just used the 9-ball as a stopper. The 6-2 both went into the bottom right-hand corner as you look at the table. However, this will work. The old Calgary-Edmonton rivalry. Pretty sure he tried to play for either the 6 or the 4 there. However, this will still work. Might have to go to plan B, take the 3-ball, and then get onto that 4-ball. I'd probably go left to center. Shoot that 4 into the top right as you look at the corner or look at the table. Use the 10-ball to push out of the way or slide over beyond the 10. Leads you fairly naturally from the 6-ball to the 8. And let me know how my volume's doing, guys. If I need to adjust my volume up or down. It's one of the issues that we have trying to play the events as well as commentate and jumping on and off mics. Red Deer and Lethbridge players get lost in the shuffle. You should be playing, Carlos. It's always nice seeing you when you come down to these events. I'm a little bit low. I can adjust that. Hopefully that's a little bit better. So I can't quite tell the angle that Steve has here, whether he's straight. If he's straight in, just a nice little floater shot. Might have a little bit of the off angle, or he might have to force this a little bit to the bottom side of the 10-ball. Play last pocket with the 6-ball. Does look like he's forcing over. Force forward. Well, it is going to bring the 9-ball into play for sure. And so depending on the angle and where he's going to hit the 9-ball, that will dictate the speed at which he's going to play this shot. If he's playing straight into the 9-ball, not so bad. You can just play the extra weight to push into the 9-ball, into the rail, and back out and have shape to the 8. Goes over, has a sip of his drink. I don't think that was his intended purpose, but it'll still work. Yeah, he's kind of on the rail, so you almost have to take whatever the angle is going into the 9. So that's obviously the first thing I want to check is what's the angle going into the 9. If he hits full, he's good. And he did. So very, very well done. Should be a game on the side of Steve K to take a 3-1 lead. And indeed, he does. And I touched on this last night. I don't really know which sponsors Ben has run, but if he has repeated this, I apologize. Want to introduce you to Jam Up Nation, guys. Something that's very near and dear to me. Hopefully, you'll get on board with this. And it is Jam Up Nation, of course, by Jam Up Apparel. 2 different levels of membership here. The first one is $25, which gives you 10% off for the entire year at Jam Up Apparel on the website. The part of this that I really like is that full $25 is going to be donated to either the BEF, which is the Billiard Education Foundation in the States, or the CBSA in Canada. So there is the juniors element there. Second level is your platinum membership, $50 a year. Gives you 20% off for the entire year. And again, $25 going to either the BEF or the CBSA. And so it was Corey to break. Little bit of a cluster down at the bottom end of that table. Excuse me, 11, 12, 7, 3, 2, 13, 6. Kind of all clustered up. And really not any good choices for an opening shot. The 2 leads to the 8, which brings in the side pocket for the 8 ball. So I'm not sure if you want to start with the 2 ball. 5 ball is also going to bring in the side pocket for the cue ball. But even then, where do you play shape 2? Rearrange the furniture a little bit, that's what you do. So 1 ball into the side pocket, nice little floater shot roll up for the 4 ball, but kind of in a little bit of trouble here. Shape up the 4. If you stay on the high side of the 4 ball and go, as you look at the table, just about where his hand is, maybe a touch more to the chalk, and leave yourself angle on the 6, you might be able to break that stuff up. But you got to complete the first shot first. Although not a bad point to turn the table over. I don't know that he's left, I don't know if the 9 goes past the 14. I'm kind of wondering if Corey is looking at the chip safe off the 15 ball. It'll leave the 1 ball on a really nice angle to rearrange the furniture a little bit for Steve if he decides to do that. Must have been a loose rack for certain. Yeah, so there's the chip safe. Pushed down a little farther than where I thought he was going to be. I thought he would leave Steve the 1 ball. A little bit of strategy play. So what do I do here if I'm Steve? As the 11 for Corey breaks into that pack really nicely. And he's looking at chipping off the 4, leaving the cue ball behind the 8 ball, but that's a tough shot. There's certainly nothing easy about that. If you don't execute that properly, you're going to leave that 15 ball on. Oh, how good was that shot? How good was that shot? But again, fairly simple and easy safe back for Corey. So still lots of work to do in this rack. But I don't think at this point in the match, I don't think Corey is going to want to flinch. So you'll probably see a lot of safe play until the table gets rearranged to the point where it makes sense to either break out or run out. And it looks like we got Mr. Francis back from his weather check.
Weather check, washroom break.
Well, I appreciate you sitting in most of the day today.
Oh.
I will be kind of in and out and in and out.
I love it. I'm actually glad I get to watch this match. Me and Steve have spent a lot of time playing in the last year and a half.
His game has really, really improved.
Has it ever?
Yeah.
And he's getting better at this, not trying too much.
Yeah, take what the table gives you.
Yeah, and make your opponent work. Like, don't just break out all the balls and
you can
get
tell,
stuck on one.
You can tell who he's working with.
Well, and what's funny about Steve is he doesn't just take like direct lessons.
No.
He takes what he calls lessons.
Yes.
And he calls me his teacher, but we just play $20 sets and
and he learns off of your pattern play.
He gets a fair spot, so he doesn't lose a ton of money.
Yeah.
I've yet to pay him in a session, but which is good. I shouldn't be paying. He learns off.
Not if he's the student and you be the teacher.
Right. And he learns off the patterns, but he asks good questions too, and I'm not afraid to answer them.
No, of course.
For a cheap price. Nice guy, and he likes to have fun while he plays, which is something I enjoy.
Yeah.
It's not like a quiet, dead serious match. Like, he likes to banter a little and maybe even,
jab a little.
Yeah, the odd jab here and there, and it's fun. We always have fun.
So the 11 ball breaks into those really nicely. Unfortunately, they kind of...
He didn't move anything but the 6.
Yeah, that works in the favor of Steve. Unfortunately for Corey, that's certainly not what the plan was.
Justin says, where's Steve's rogue shaft? I asked him that last match. I was like, what is that you're playing with? I guess that also shows that he's not so stubborn to just like only play with that. Mm-hmm. If it's not working, try to make an adjustment. It's maybe going back to the wood for a match or two till you get your feel.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
What a nice shot that was.
Played like a 6-ball combo. Moved everything and got perfect.
Yeah, sitting perfect on everything.
Wow, that worked out pretty well for him.
Sure did.
Still needs one more good shot here, though.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's under hit.
Under or over, one of the two.
Oh, he's coming around the world. Yeah, look at where he's pointing there, and he's got to get around the 6 too. Holy,
not end up behind the 1 ball.
Look at this, he's getting around the 6.
And not end up behind the 1 ball.
The 1 ball. I thought that was going to happen too when he hit it. That was a nice shot.
That was a great shot.
At a big point in the match too.
Yeah, huge swing game.
If he doesn't get shape there, I don't know if he wins this match, but now he's still in the mix.
He's still in it to win it.
But are you guys in it to win it?
That's what needs to happen.
Have you bought into this viewer advantage shopping spree yet?
You need to get in it to win it. $700 any way you like. Excuse me. At any one of the Q Sports Live sponsors, whether that's Jacoby, Jam Up Apparel, Brutal Game Gear, JB Cases, Thumper Jump Brake Cues. You can spend it at one, spend it at all. Spread it around. You do however you want to do. If you want in to win and you're in Canada, qsportslive@gmail.com is how you get in to win. If you are outside of Canada and you do want in it, send a message to the Q Sports Live page. I'll get back to you. I'll let you know how you can get in to win. We'll do that draw end of day Monday.
Monday? It's Monday.
It's Monday. And we'll do that on the live stream.
Steve to break. He needs a good one here.
He does.
After being up 3-1, you don't want to be 3-3 and the other guy breaking.
Yeah.
Now you're huge disadvantage.
You're putting a lot of pressure on there.
You got to recognize this moment. No, this is a big rack in this match. Look at this break. Comes into it.
Holy
Huge second ball break.
Monster.
Crushed second ball. Went straight back into the pack.
What?
That was impressive.
I think this is a low ball run, starting with the 2 to the bottom side pocket as you look at the table.
Yeah, I think you're right. Or if he doesn't like that, he can play the 3-4 combo. I think that lays pretty easy too.
It does, yeah. Might be a little off angle.
That 4 is just like a duck, though.
It is.
It would be hard to not make it, to hit it and not make it.
Yeah. Well, happy Valentine's, Jess. Valentine's Day. Is it the 14th today?
It is.
Oh, well, happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
You should probably tell Steph that.
I should probably go and say happy Valentine's Day to my wife. That might be
yeah.
earn myself a few brownie points.
She's going to be like, they told you on the stream, didn't they?
Yeah, for sure. And, I don't think I'll earn brownie points. I just won't have points taken away.
Right. At this point, you're not earning
Yeah, I'm not really earning much.
He is going to shoot the 2 here. I like this. Because the 4 leads you to the 3.
To the 3 is, yeah. I think.
And do that right now if you can.
You bet, yeah.
Then you use the 5 to get on the 7-1. This is.
Sick. Yeah, this is duck soup.
Yeah, 4, 3, 6, 5 in a perfect world.
Depending on the angle he gets here on the 3.
And I think he can even
It's a
shoot.
little sharp.
He could shoot the 6 in the top left, like where the 7 is.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to play the 6 in the side.
Oh yeah, that top left pocket is.
It's there,
It's
and if you
big.
get anywhere close to straight on the 6, it's just a stop shot to get on the 5.
Yeah.
But I like what he's doing here. This is where you need to make a good choice, because you get the cue ball where you want it here, and you're out. So this is the key shot, in my opinion.
Awesome, Kevin. I appreciate it. Although, if you're gonna smash it, you may as well Hulk smash it.
Oh yeah. Is that like where you share it on your personal page and then you share it in like groups as well?
That's exactly
Okay.
what a Hulk smash is.
A Hulk smash is, yeah. Well, all right.
You share it on your personal page and then to about 5 or 6, 10
Yeah, like
groups. That's a Hulk smash.
that's a Hulk smash. Looks like he's got perfect on the 6. I like what he did there. Slowed down, made a good decision, didn't try to do more than he needed to.
Yep.
It's perfect.
I love it. I wonder if he's got a teacher named Ben. I think he must.
What's funny is we just never play 8-ball on the box, and it's a totally different game.
Totally.
Steve's
a great player. He plays on my Tuesday team at Leather Pocket.
Yeah, you know his game well too.
Yeah.
He had a huge night. Was it last week or the week before? He ran like 4 racks or something. He had like 3 or 4 euros.
I'm not sure. I wasn't. I missed now 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, he had a big one. I know it wasn't this past Tuesday. It might have been the week before.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a huge night. It was like 3 or 4 euros.
So on this particular shot, Ben, do you like going underneath for the 7 or do you stay above?
I actually think if I got the right angle, I like to just draw this between the 1 and that stripe. That way I'm on both the 7, or yeah, follow through. That way you're on both balls, right?
Yeah.
Both balls lead you to the 8 so easy. It doesn't really matter which
Yeah.
one you use there.
For sure. And you're welcome, Ryan and Rick. We appreciate you tuning in. We realize, look, it's a Friday, it's a work day, but what better way to do things but to watch pool and get paid if you're at work? You can't really lose that.
And if you guys are,
That's called winning and winning.
if you're commenting on the YouTube, we're not following it right now, but we do have another device coming. We'll be following the YouTube chat as well.
We might be able to for a little bit, maybe.
We're just waiting for Ryan. He's going to be arriving this afternoon.
I could maybe pull it up on my phone.
I guess that's a possibility. My phone will just die
Yes,
in about 3 minutes of watching it.
Yes, your phone is not the way to do it.
Even if I left it plugged in. So looks like he's good here. Again, I like what he did.
All right. Well, there we go.
He didn't try to do too much there because you can cheat the pocket so much on this 1 ball. It looks like he's straight in, but he's not.
So I actually draw into this. I don't try to play it forward. I cheat the pocket with a little bit of right-hand draw and just shoot straight out.
This is good. I like the way he did it there. Spun it, and he's perfect on the 8. But I didn't mind that draw, too, like you're saying.
Yeah,
play
right
to
by
the other
bottom,
corner. Yeah.
By the bottom side pocket is where my intended target would be.
That was my first thought when he got shape over there for sure. I was like, well, it'd be easier to just slide up the right side rail. That way you don't bring the side pocket into play. But that's a fantastic out from Steve there
Really
at a
is.
big spot in the match.
No 4-letter words. And just to let YouTube know, we now have those chats up and running. We are now paying attention. It's probably going to be sporadic throughout the day. Depends on the battery life I can get out of my phone. But I believe I'm fairly charged up, 87%. So
Probably get lots out of that. The Mikey Burton home team, go check out their
Facebook.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Give them a like, follow, subscribe. Make sure you tell them you heard about them on Q Sports Live.
Best in the business right there. And here's what I've heard and like about the Mike Burton home team is the process of buying a house can be a little bit intimidating if you've never done it before. And they really take the time to kind of go through everything with you, give you the options. There's no real forcible sales tactics, right? They're just good guys. They're there to answer questions, and they're there to go to work. So they're going to go to work for you. So if you're in the market buying, selling, or in need of a mortgage, make sure you hit them up.
Mark, that is correct. Viewer advantage is $20 Canadian per pack. There's no limit on how many you can buy as well, so. Looks like a good break from Corey there.
Well, and Corey's that type of player. He is never going to give up. He's never one that's going to shy away from being down in a match. I think he's
Fearless
going to bring it.
player.
Yeah.
And
Just like this. Look at this.
he goes to work quick. This only took about 45 seconds for him to get to here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's not where he wanted to be.
Nope.
He's going to hope that goes in the corner. Top left.
Yeah.
Or
well,
the top right, I guess. Or, sorry, bottom left. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He had a lot of room there.
How about you just put that in with all the confidence in the world?
I think he made that look a lot easier than it was.
I believe so. That was pretty awesome. Nice run, Mr. Parrish.
Very nice. Pointing.
Pointing, sorry.
He's a pointing. But there is a Corey Parrish in
There
this
is a Corey
tournament as well.
Parrish, yeah.
I've had a few people inquire about these cases, guys. The best quality. If you're in the room, you've never seen a JB case, come check them out. We got them usually leaning up against the desk here.
Well, they are the official case for Q Sports Live. Myself, Ryan, Ben, and Steph all have JB cases. So if you want to check out the quality of them, you can find us usually either at the podium or walking around or what have you.
And while we're waiting for Steve to get the rack where he wants it, Jam Up Apparel, go check them out too, guys. jamupapparel.com.
Yep. Do they have vendors for pool cues and stuff? They do. There's some vendors here. We've got a couple of cues from Jacoby that are available. You can make a deal on those. We've got a couple of thumper cues.
Two and two only, and they're going to go quick.
They are. So if you are in Red Deer for this weekend and you're looking to get your hands on one, the sooner, the better. Because we've got two on hand, and that's it.
And the first two $600 buyers will get them, which is another nice bonus if you're in the area. Only $600.
Never have open tournaments for people all the time, Chris. Alberta, not just Calgary. Alberta is a hotbed of pool. There are a ton of great players in Alberta. I do, and we do speak a lot more on Calgary. That's obviously where we're from, but There are often times that, there's a lot of pool that goes on in Alberta, a lot of Edmonton pool, a lot of Calgary pool. There's tournaments in Red Deer all the time. So there is a ton of pool. We have the Q Sports Live Invitational in August. That one's a 10K added event. We've got the Wild Rose up in Edmonton. They have Tortola events all the time. Geez, what else?
Everything.
Yeah, it's all the time.
So many.
Yeah.
It seems like there's a tournament every weekend in Alberta.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are open. Open to any.
Jim's asking, what are the prices on those cases? It'll vary. I think your kind of bottom end price on those is around $200 or $210 shipped. They come direct to your door. So when you go onto JB Cases, jbcases.com, and the options for designing your case are virtually limitless. So whether it's 2x4, 3x6, 4x8, whatever combination that you want, plus all the materials and colors, and the options are just limitless. So you can go onto JB Cases, design your case, it'll spit out a price, and if you like it, you buy it. If you don't, you adjust it. Keep going until you get it is what you want.
Corey's in big trouble here now. It looked like he might just run out quick again, and it would be hill right away.
Yeah.
He's stuck.
The only thing I see is maybe a double on the 2.
Twice to the top left.
Twice to the top left. And you can maybe get lucky and
he's calling the kick bank.
Oh, wow.
And this is almost equally tough as the double bank anyway.
Oh, look at it.
Well, at least he's going to make Steve work for it a little.
Yeah, it's not a wide open table for Steve. Doable for sure.
It looks like it's a little clustered at first, but I think they all lead to each other pretty easy.
Yeah. Mark, how do I know if I win? I'm assuming you're talking the viewer advantage. There's a couple of different ways you can find out. We always do those draws live on the stream. But as soon as we have that winner, we'll contact the winner via Facebook or email, depending on how you sent in your payments. And our last winner, what was his name? Richard Mecca. Yes, Richard Mecca was our last winner, and he bought a JB case.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best value you can get there. You could almost buy a JB case and like most of a thumper or a Jacoby shaft.
Yeah.
If I had the choice, that would be the combination I would take.
Yeah.
I'd buy like the Jacoby shaft and then have like, $100 towards a nice JB case.
Yeah. And if you've already got those, I'm probably going to do some swag.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. There's so much good stuff in there. Steve's landed a little awkward on this ball.
Well, he's on the 11, and I think you're going to have to take the 10-13 combo.
Yeah.
So 11 down to the bottom right-hand corner set for the 10-13 combo. I'm tending to think that 12 will go if he gets to the right side center on 12.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the 12 goes in the side, in this bottom side pocket. He looked at the window to get on the 13 right here. Does he have it? He went over and looked at that window. That's risky play.
That's a tight little window to shoot for.
And you got to stop this cue ball nice. No.
Oh.
Decelerated there a little bit,
Totally
but he's still
okay.
shooting. He's got a shot in the side, and he should be able to get on the 15 next.
Yeah, you almost have to punch into the 2.
If it's possible to punch in the 2, for sure, because you want angle on the 15. You don't want to be straight in. If you can, he needs to like cut it and soft draw it, and you gotta like throw it a little, and you're jacked up a bit, and this can go wrong a million ways.
Well, you don't want to end up behind the 2.
Yeah, it looks like he's rubbing it. Oh yeah, he went straight into the 2. That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Because he wanted that hair of angle here, so when he floats across, he's got a better chance to get on the 12 next.
Yeah.
As long as that horn doesn't come out and ruin his day and send him up table. You see it happen all the time. You think you're going to miss the horn. come across where he's pointing, and then it hits that horn and goes to the left of the table.
Yeah. Austin, I'm in the U.S. How do I get into the drawing? If you are in the U.S. or anywhere else around the world and you want in, just send a message to the page and I'll get back to you. Only reason that I say send a message to the page is it's my own personal address that we've got to use. So
Doesn't need the whole world knowing it.
no, I don't. No.
Good shot there. He cheated that ball in a ton.
He did. Now this is a tricky little shot here.
Yeah, this is not that comfortable of a shot.
It's
You
not.
might even, being where the match is at 4-3, you might just roll into the 14 and like freeze him on the 12 because he can't really kick it in from anywhere. You know, it's not close enough to a hole to kick it in, and that's kind of what he's looking at. If you're not sure of the rub,
Yeah.
then you got to do
Play the
something
safe.
smart, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he can't do anything with the 6.
Yeah.
I guess he could flick you behind the 8, so you'd have to be careful where you leave it. But
Yeah.
if you can control this rub, you definitely got to go for it here. Maybe with some draw and rub it. Play it in the same pocket.
I like it.
He's going to have to bank it.
He's going to have to bank it, but I like the aggressiveness there.
Yeah.
Right? Because of what you said. If you roll into the 14 and try to leave him, hooked on 2, it's easy for him to play the 6 and hook you back.
And just leave you nothing back. Yeah.
And you're into a hill match, right? I like what
With
Steve
the other
did.
guy breaking.
With the other guy breaking,
Yeah. After he just broke and ran out in 45 seconds, his last break.
Yeah. Are you allowed to listen to music when you're playing these tournaments? I believe you are.
Yeah, headphones are allowed here. Earplugs, headphones, all that fun stuff. Have we heard anything about Jacoby Black in an 11.75? I think they'll do something special for you. I think you can order special direct from them, but it might take a long time to get it.
Yeah, it would. I've tried to do some custom orders as far as tip sizes and so on and so forth. So they can do it, but they do charge you for it.
Oh, of course, it's not going to be the same price as their standard shafts. Yes, 8 balls. Steve hit it thick. Oh no.
Wow.
Oh, I think he took that shot for granted
He
a
sure
little
did.
bit.
Yeah, he rushed it. Got
He's
excited.
not happy. He just looked over too. He's like, "Oh no, that was on the stream."
But I love that he's smiling about it.
Yeah, he always takes it like a champ, but inside he's on fire.
Yeah. Hey, sounds good, Mark. I'll get tickets caught up at some point tonight. I just more or less want to concentrate on 2 things today, which is helping out on the stream when I can, but more importantly for me today is just to play good pool.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what I'm going to focus on today too. I need to play good. If you guys are wondering what we were talking about there with the viewer advantage, there it is. $700 shopping spree.
You got to get in it to win it, though. It's one thing about winning, especially on the viewer's advantage. If you don't have a ticket, there's one thing I can guarantee.
Yeah.
You won't win.
That's exactly right. It's the same reason I purchase lottery tickets here and there.
Yes.
Because somebody has to win.
Wow. Yeah. And, I mean, who better to have that happen to? You and I just went first on
Exactly.
the Lotto Max yesterday.
You guys would get to watch a lot of really great pool tournaments if we won the
That would be
lottery.
amazing.
This would be very beneficial to the viewers.
Yes, it would.
All kinds of different angles, camera guys.
Yeah, if you
Look
think
at
we're
this.
good now, holy.
So how long do you think it takes Corey to run this one out?
This one's a little bit tricky. It's hill. I think he kind of slows down the pace a little bit.
Exactly.
Where
yeah.
I think he was utilizing your strategy when he was behind.
Just get one quick.
Put one on him right away.
Yeah.
But I think on this one he might slow a little bit.
Oh,
Now
he's
Corey's
watch, doesn't
naturally
tie up the 8. Oh, he's okay.
Yeah, Corey's naturally a fast shooter, so I don't suspect it'll take him a long time to run this, but I think he's definitely going to take more time than he did in his 43-second run out 2 rounds ago.
Definitely. Well, this one's considerably trickier as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if the 13 passes the 15 into the top left. as we're looking at it, then
Yep.
this actually isn't that tough.
I actually like the 13-11 with the 10-ball helper.
Well, I think if that 13 goes, he doesn't need to move anything here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, he's dead. He's dead. He made a mess of it. Now he needs to really hope that 13 goes.
Yeah.
But I think it does, and I think that was his plan, was that just play the 10, play the 13 up. He was on the 11 or the 15 after. Like, it was pretty easy if he got on the 10 there.
Oh, he was on
my
dead
goodness.
on the 15 and
Yeah.
hit perfect. He's on the 13.
Oh, wow. What a
What
recovery.
yeah. That's how you recover right there.
And he's always been this kind of player, too. Just goes to work. Doesn't matter what the situation is. Oh, he says, oh, wow, because he missed that one by a foot.
Yeah. Well, in Hamza, so there's
Wow.
the viewer advantage. You never lose. You can never lose on the viewer advantage because it does one of two things. You're either going to win or you're going to support the stream. So either way, it's a win-win. You can't lose on it. And we appreciate it, believe me.
Absolutely. You never know. Somebody's got to win.
Somebody. So how nervous are you right now if you're Steve?
Fairly nervous on the opening shot. I think it's the 5 in the side, but like you want to get shape on a good ball next, and it's maybe the 7.
Yeah. When do you, Ben, and Grant shoot today?
I play at 4. Grant plays at noon. Grant plays his second match at noon.
Yeah, I played 1 at 10 already. Speaking of, I'm going to probably sit for another 6 minutes.
Yeah, watch the end of this match and
Yeah.
call it a
stream.
Call it a stream. Go warm up for the next one.
Yep.
This is a big shot here. Rolls it nice, but what's his plan? Does the 3 go off the rail, off the 10, and open that hole? That's the burning question.
I think I'm going to get rid of the 6 first.
Yeah, you got to get a better angle on it, I think. No, this isn't. I guess this isn't that bad if you can go to the rail, like to the top side rail and back out. You're playing shape on the 6 or the 4.
Yeah. It opens up the pocket. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that'll work.
That'll work out.
That's a nice shot.
That's a good one.
And brave to play that shot.
Yeah.
That's a good shot.
Yeah. I just look at the forward pattern, and I could have got rid of the 6 ball and then done that exact same shot and still been in this position without having to worry about the 8-6.
Yeah, yeah. It looks a little.
I like open stuff.
It looks a little weird from the side view too, but I think that 6 is maybe a little more in the open than.
Oh,
I
I
don't.
know.
I don't think the 8's covering
It's
it too
open.
much.
I just don't like going from the 6 to the 2 and then back for the 8.
Yeah, the 6 to the 2 is definitely not ideal. I'd almost rather go from the 2 to the 6.
Yeah. But then I'd rather go from the 2 to the 8, which is why I get rid of the 6.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, shoot the
3
6
shots ago.
before the 3. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's only me. That's
Oh, and 8 ball's so much like that too. Like even trying to teach 8 ball is extremely tough because everyone sees it different, right?
yeah. Well, and Russ always told me that, as you get deeper into the rack, if you play your patterns correct, it should get easier.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, as you eliminate all your obstacles. And to me, it's way easier for me to play shape to the 8 off the 2 than to try to play the 6 to 8.
Oh, for sure. Ideally, you would play the 6 and the 2, and like you would have played shape on the 8 from the 7 that he just shot, right?
Yeah.
That would have been like in a perfect world.
Yeah.
But then you risk,
You risk something funny happening.
Something
there.
funny.
So I don't
Yeah.
mind. I would have just taken out the 6 before I did that and leave the 2 as my shape
Yeah.
to the 8.
He's actually got a nice angle here on the 6.
He does. Yeah.
I think just draw a little, but you don't want to end up like straight in on the 2
that's-
either.
Yeah. Which is 100% why I would have played it 3 shots ago. Just tricky, right? And it's one of those little tricky things that at the end of the rack on a hill game, I'd rather not have to deal with.
Oh, he's got to be careful he doesn't overthink this. Like just make a decision and be sure. Like don't think about it too long because he starts second guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's hit it good.
This is fine.
And he's got lots of angles.
Yeah, I think don't know if he can just go one rail here.
I think so. One rail and back out. I don't think I risk trying to go 2.
Yeah, if you got to go 2, like on this table. Oh, man. Doesn't want to grab enough. Hopefully just 1. Oh, yeah, he's perfect.
Sitting
That
pretty.
was a nervy little out there, Hill.
It was, yeah.
He's not finished yet. He's going to take his time here, though, which is good.
And he just did the Ben Francis deep breath.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. You don't want to just get up and bang at that one.
No.
Big moment, big
Smooth
match.
strokes it in.
Nicely done from
Very well done.
Steve there. Good recovery after kind of letting it slip away a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Easy to lose the match at that point.
It is indeed.
So give another quick shout out here. Jam Up. He's got all kinds of cool stuff coming. This is my favorite thing any pool company has ever done. Jam Up Nation, guys.
Gotta hit it up. Phenomenal program. I think it's actually close to most people out there, and I hope that the viewers band behind it, get behind it. It is in support of the junior program while giving you a discount at Jam Up Apparel. So 2 different levels you can get in on. Gold membership, which is $25, gets you 10% off for the entire year, and it's a full year from time of purchase. So if you purchase today, it's a year from today. If you purchase a week from now, it's a week from or a year from a week from now. But the full $25 membership fee gets donated to either the BEF, which is a Billiard Education Foundation in the States, or CBSA in Canada. The Platinum membership, $50. Again, $25 going to the BEF or the CBSA. And the program is designed specifically to support the juniors. And I really hope that you guys can get behind it and get in there. If you've never been onto the Jam Up website, go check them out, jamupapparel.com. You'll find it under Jam Up Nation.
Get on board with this, guys. They're setting the standard. Let's support the juniors.
Well, I think we're going to do a quick shutdown restart. Is that the plan, Ben?
Yeah, it looks like we're going to wait for another match on table 1. We got a match going on table 2 right now, but I'm not sure of the players or the score, so we won't start in the middle of that.
Yeah.
We'll let Hamza go to bed since it's 2:30 a.m. in Indonesia. So.
Wow. Well, we appreciate you tuning in, Hamza, and everybody else that joined us. Much appreciated, guys. We're going to do a quick shutdown restart, get the next set of matches locked, loaded, and ready to rock and roll. On behalf of myself, Ben Francis, and the rest of the Q Sports Live team, thanks again for tuning in. We'll be back here in just a few moments.